I think I'm quite lucky because I live by the sea. So I live in Folkestone on the Kent coast, and I don't have a sea view, but the sea is at the bottom of my street. So I can literally leave my house, walk to the end of the road, and just stand and look out at the sea. And it is just the most beautiful thing in the world. And it doesn't really matter where I am in any country. I always gravitate towards the coast because I love the sea. So for me, moving to Folkestone almost 10 years ago now was one of the best things I ever did. And during lockdown, it has felt just glorious. So yeah, that's where I am, on the Kent coast in Folkestone. So I've always loved perfume, and I've always collected perfume. And I didn't realize how much a part of my commuting life perfume actually was, because I would, you arrive in whether it's King's Cross, St Pancras or Stratford, and if I had time, I would nip into John Lewis, or I'd nip into the Chanel shop. I would nip somewhere and have a sniff of new perfumes and ones that I was contemplating buying. And this sniffing that I used to do, I really missed. Like really missed. I was just like, oh my God. So if I want a new perfume, do I just blind buy it? And then blind buying perfume became like gambling, because you look at the notes and you think, well, that sounds good, but I don't know, what do other people think? And then you think, okay, I'm going to buy it. And then you wait for it to arrive, and you don't know until you've unwrapped it, taken it out of the box and hit the spritz, whether you actually like it or not. It was, so you get a bit of adrenaline, you get, it became positively addictive. I really think that listening is an underrated quality, and the ability to listen, not just hear, but really listen, and to deeply listen, and to sometimes hear not just what a person is saying, but what they're maybe not saying. And that takes time, and it takes real attention. You can't do it in short bursts. So I think for leaders to have that ability to really listen is important. For leaders to be considered in their communication and clear in their communication has always been important, because that's how people receive messages, and leaders need to be able to take people with them. So that's always been clear, but it's even more important now. And the ability to demonstrate compassion and reassurance is really now important, because we're living with real and existential threat. And that creates a stress environment for people, some of whom won't even realize they're under stress. And so for a leader to be able to reassure and communicate clearly and allow themselves to be available is, I think, even more important than before. And those things, I don't say them glibly, because they're not necessarily easy, because a leader is busy. If you're you can't be an expert on everything. And so you need to be able to take advice from experts. You need to be able to read in depth. You need to understand a lot of material. You need to be able to then weigh up the differences between things and make important decisions. And as a leader, those decisions are not going to just affect you. They're going to affect many. And so that takes time. And so then having the time to be available to others is not necessarily easy, even if you want it. But doing so is really important now. So more so maybe than it was before.